during the national championship weekend of basketball is going to be the HBCU All-Star Basketball Game, where the best collection of talent around HBCU basketball will come together and play for a national audience. And nobody better to talk about that than the founder of the game itself, my man Travis Williams. Good morning, Travis.
Good morning, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. Keep up the great work you're doing, man, in this space.
Appreciate you, man, and glad to have you on because you keep up the great work you're doing in this space by highlighting our best players for the world to see on a big weekend doing national college, doing the basketball national championship, and no better time to be able to do it. Talk to us about this year's big event, man. You've been rocking and rolling, and I've had an opportunity to watch you throughout this journey just as this thing went from an idea to a reality and now keeping it going, man.
I just say, and I always start off with this, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God, for the vision. After 17 successful years, God placed this vision in my spirit. I love coaching, but when God is speaking to you, I'm just being obedient and faithful in this walk. And as you mentioned, we're in our fourth year hosting the fourth annual men's HBCU All-Star Game, and I'm truly proud and grateful and humble to say the first ever women HBCU All-Star Game ever during the 40-plus year history of the NCAA March Madness Final Four Tournament Championship weekend. And so what an opportunity to bring greater equality to our women in this space. And so we're just truly excited, as you mentioned, show the world that HBCUs matter and celebrate the best in Black college basketball during college basketball biggest weekend.
Now, this year, talk to us about this year, the location, where we at, what we're doing, how this thing's supposed to look in 2025, Travis.
Oh, man, I appreciate you. As you know, we've had consecutive back-to-back sellouts. And so April 2022 in New Orleans, April 2023 at Texas Southern University, first ever sellout in the great city of Houston is shut down. They showed out and showed us love. April 2024 in Phoenix, where no HBCUs exist in that part of the country, the Valley of the Sun, the second consecutive sellout. So in less than 3 weeks, we're hosting this historic event at the legendary Freeman Coliseum in the great city of San Antonio, the East Side community of San Antonio, the pillar of the community where a lot of our community grew up understanding the magnitude of Freeman Coliseum. They haven't hosted an event of this magnitude since the Las Vegas Aces, that the period WNBA team left there, the 2014 or 2015 season. This will be a historic moment for the great city of San Antonio at Freeman Coliseum on Sunday, April 6th. The epic doubleheader, the fourth annual men and the first ever women in an epic doubleheader. And I'm telling you, all eyes going to be on the great city of San Antonio. If you don't have your tickets now, I'm encouraging you to get your tickets now because you don't want to be on the outside looking in for this third consecutive sellout with over 8,000 plus in the Freeman Coliseum. It is a truly outstanding moment for our HBCU basketball community.
And, you know, you talk about the HBCU basketball community, and what you've been able to do is bring that community to a national television audience in the past with CBS. Is that same partnership going to be there this year?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. We just announced 2 days ago, CW Network is our new broadcasting partner this year. So we're looking forward. We were truly grateful and thankful for the CBS partnership. We had 3 historic years, 3 historic runs, and they laid the foundation with our great partnership for that. But we're truly excited to have this new partnership with CW Sports to really be able to elevate our men's basketball. But stay tuned. You'll be ready to hear what we're going to do with our women's basketball on a national and global platform, too. So we'll be making that announcement as soon for our broadcast partners with our women's basketball as well. It's an exciting time. And so I'm just, like I said, I always start by just truly grateful and thankful to God for placing a vision. There are a lot of moving parts in this. You understand the climate of what's going on around the world with our HBCUs and all these different things. But one thing I do know, that sports bring everybody together. One thing I do know, that we have some of the most talented HBCU student athletes across the country and global around the world that don't get the notoriety, that don't get the shine. That's why I'm fighting in this space to change that trajectory. And when you look at the stats, 450 NBA players, 30 NBA teams, 144 WNBA players, and 12 WNBA teams, and there's zero representation of our HBCUs, It shocks you just to even say that. It disappoints me even to read those stats to you. That's why we're fighting to change. We have some talented young men and women, and we're seeing it that as the SWAC and the MEAC is going on, as the CIAA and SIAC finish up, and our CIAA and SIAC teams are competing in the NCAA tournament. We have to continue to push the narrative and let folks know we're just as talented, but we just need the same type of exposure as some of our Power 5 and Power 4 colleagues. And so it's upon us, to every viewer that is listening to this or watching your show live, to support this HBCU All-Stars movement, HBCU All-Star Game movement, because the reality of all of this, if we don't support us, who else is going to support us? So there's no excuses. The time is now. And so we must understand that the magnitude. Tomorrow, on Monday, we will release the top 24 men and women, our teams, official teams, out of a list of 100 plus HBCU All-Stars currently on our watch list now, representing 48 HBCUs to have the opportunity to participate in the game. The 4 premier black college conferences, the MEAC, the SWAC, CIAA, SIAC, and our independent teams we call Tennessee State, Hampton, North Carolina, because they play North Carolina A&T, because they play a non-HBCU conference. The shift is now, but we must continue to support us.
Travis, the passing. Hey, don't fire me up this morning. That's that coaching, coach. Hey, that's the coaching.
I'm sorry that went out. I'm sorry it was a mistake. I'm sorry it went out. I'm sorry. Repeat that. I'm sorry.
I was saying you got me fired up. I said that's just the coaching, man. You giving me the pregame speech.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's passion. That's why I said this is a truly God-driven vision. And that's the beauty of all of this. God took me out of space of coaching, but this continues to keep me around, Coach, because it's much needed. We understand the landscape of where we are in this space. And this fact, we have some of the best coaches in the country that don't get the notoriety, that don't get the shine as well. So this is for the entire culture. And I want to say this to say is that basketball is bigger than basketball when we go in these hosting cities. Let me tell you some of the ancillary events that are surrounding our city. As I mentioned, all those different cities, New Orleans, Houston, Phoenix. If you go to those cities, you'll see a legacy project that we've left behind. We have left legacy courts in all of those areas as a give back to the community, as a safe space for young folks that sometimes use the basketball court to get off the street, to stay off the trouble. It's their safe space. That's the only thing we've been proud of. We've hosted college admissions fair. During those previous 3 HBCU All-Star Games, we've touched over 8,000 students with our All-Stars. And we invite all 100 plus of our HBCUs to participate. So in 3 weeks, our ultimate goal, and we've challenged San Antonio, is to take us over 10,000 students that we have been able to impact and expose to our HBCUs that are there, coming there for our college admissions and scholarship fairs. Our internship program that we have currently, close to 100 and 150 students ready, locked, and loaded to come to San Antonio. We've touched over 1,000 students in our internship program. The officials that officiate our games, they have got bumped up in promotions to Power 5, SEC conference, all that good stuff, because that's a part of what we do. Pro Day Combine. We actually do a Pro Day Combine on Friday in San Antonio prior to the All-Star Game. Why do we do that? Think about it. I just gave you the stat. So if you're going to come there, our NBA colleagues, which we're great friends with, helping to push the narrative, you see the NBA and the things they're doing in this space, we're thankful for that. But the reality, they'll come there during those Final Four games and watch those Power 5 teams participate. We make it easy for you. We hired the same testing company. BAM Testing Company is the same company that does all the NBA pre-draft, on-court measurements, agility, vertical, all that stuff. We hired that same company to partner with us and going to do the same thing for All-Stars, and then have a Pro Day Combine and invite all 30 NBA teams and WNBA teams to come to and participate. That's important for us. That is really important for us, because I just mentioned the stats for you. So we just moving, going to continue to move the needle. We're going to continue to provide these national global platforms for our All-Stars. But more importantly, we need our HBCU alums, supporters, key stakeholders. We need the support. This is about all of it. It's inclusive of everyone, not just HBCUs. If you don't know about HBCUs, we're going to educate you on HBCUs. That's important. That's important. You know,
it is important, Travis, for everybody out there to keep up with this, man. Let them know where they can follow this movement as we lead closer and closer to the game.
Well, I'll tell you, make sure everyone, first and foremost, tune in on Monday for the official announcement and release of the top 24 men and women basketball, HBCU All-Star. You can go to HBCU All-Star Game.com. You can follow all the latest information. You can sign up for our newsletter to get all our information that's going to come out in the next few weeks. Follow us on all social media platforms, HBCU All-Star Game, HBCU All-Stars LLC. You can follow me at Travis L. Williams 24. I'm telling you, follow us on YouTube. Anytime you see our information, share it. It's important. This is about all of us. It's inclusive of all of us. And we want to make sure the world understands the importance of HBCUs. And now we're even global. I don't even know if you remember, in June, I took 10 of our All-Stars to Paris. So imagine after this All-Star game, we have an opportunity to take our All-Stars globally, Paris, to different places around the world, because God placed the vision in my spirit, say, hey, let's take it globally. We don't have to wait on anyone to come see us. Now the HBCU All-Stars movement is globally. From the opportunity, we had a chance to take them to Paris prior to the Olympics happening in Paris last year. So we just want you to, hey, I applaud you for bringing me on. And I appreciate the great work that you're doing to help push the narrative and doing the great things you're doing in this space. The time is now. We need your support.